क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 मेरे पास यहाँ पे जो है दैट इज रिगार्डिंग मोबाइल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वॉलेट्स कैन बी यूज टू मेक स्मॉल पेमेंट्स. Describe what is meant by an mobile electronic wallet. This is the first question. This is question number 1 for 2 marks. Question number 1 says that mobile electronic wallet can be used to make small payments. Describe what is meant by mobile electronic wallet. You need to write here for 2 marks. So you can write here that an mobile electronic wallet is an app running on a mobile device that allows for the payment of goods and services. For the payment of goods and services. So this can be 2 points. You can also write here that it can be used to store your debit card or credit card information, and you can make purchases for that as well. Now the B part says that there is an electronic mobile wallet has been set up on a device before making the first payment using it. Describe how a mobile wallet is set up on a mobile cell phone. You need to discuss that how a mobile wallet can be set up on a mobile phone. This is for 4 marks. So the first thing before setting it up is that the first of all user needs to download and install the application application. The second thing is that now user has to register with the service provider. So the second step. The third step is that user adds phone number as verification. Phone number as verification. Verification should be completed via text message. This is like certainly like that if I want to install in a mobile electronic wallet, how I need to work with that. So I have written this that first user needs to download that, user needs to register with service provider, user then adds the phone, your verification is completed, or you can either say that your authentication should be completed. Service provider means you're the one who is providing you this electronic mobile wallet company. You cannot write the company name itself because it is not allowed to write in the exam. It could be like any sort of bank, for example, Mizan Bank, Standard Chartered, any bank. You can also write that user might authenticate it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth point can be user inputs debit or credit card information and payment details, and that's how you can set up an electronic wallet. In question number 2, you are requested that digital images can be compressed. Explain why it is necessary to compress a digital image. So you need to write here for 2 marks. 1 point can be definitely be reduction in file size. The second point can be since it is reduced in file size, it allows quicker transmission in emails. You can also write that it also allows faster downloads as well. So this is simple. This is for 2 marks. You don't need to write for more than 2 marks. I have written an extra one. The B part says that explain how lossy compression can affect computer images. Now, when I'm talking about the lossy file, this means that it has an impact, and this is for 6 marks. First point can be that loss of image data has a visible effect on the quality of image. You can also write that image quality is reduced. We can also write that sudden changes can be observed in picture quality, such as brightness, sharpness. So sudden changes means that the image tone can be lower, or the image could be pixelated, or there could be more sudden changes into that, since you are decreasing your quality. One, two, three, fourth point can be compression algorithm can make mistakes in images which contains text. Since when the quality is lowered, when it is going to be changed, it might be having some of the errors into that. Reduction in image resolution, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can be degradation in color depth or saturation. You can also write loss of pixels as well. So this is it for 6 marks. In question number 3, it is said that a technician is carrying out a corrective maintenance on a computer system. Explain what is meant by corrective maintenance, the last chapter that we have discussed. I need to discuss regarding corrective maintenance for 2 marks. Corrective maintenance means that you are correcting a problem or issue in a computer system. And for another mark, you can also write that if you want to restore the functionality of your system. Like, for example, if there is any sort of error, if your system is not working, if you want to restore the functionality, or if you want to correct that problem, so you can use corrective maintenance. In the B part, it says that describe the steps. It describes the steps that the technician should take when carrying out the maintenance. So this is for 3 marks. We need to write the steps. So first of all, your problem has to be diagnosed before you work onto it. So the first thing that technician is going to do is he going to diagnose the problem by testing the system. Second thing is that the technician might ask the user or gather important information about the error. The third step can be identifying errors or possible causes of that error or possible causes The fourth point could be removing the faults, such as removing the faulty part or component from your system, updating it. You can also write like referring to technical documentation, taking notes like this. This is for 3 marks. You don't need to write for more than 3 points. Yes, you only need to write for 3 points. I am giving you extra points for your knowledge. Question number 4, it says that the confirm method is used in JavaScript to create and provide dialog boxes for users to interact with web pages. Describe the purpose of two elements of the dialog box that appears when confirm is used. When confirm is used, I need to describe the purpose onto that. So for 2 marks, so first of all, you can write that it provides an option or any sort of button to indicate that if it should be accepted or not by the user. Second thing that is that it provides a message specified by programmer to explain the choice available. Like for example, if yes or no. So they are asking the purpose of that. In the B part, they are asking that explain why the use of confirm may cause problem on web pages. You need to write this for three parts. So first of all, you can write that sometimes the user is forced to read the message on web page that draws user attention. Like for example, if you are reading a piece of paper on an article on internet and suddenly you have that pop up that even if you want to confirm reading this or not, so this is definitely going to draw out your attention from it. The second point can be your input focus is taken away from the website. The third point can be that if you are using this, your other codes might stop working correctly. Until user has selected the choice. Input focus means that you are focusing right away onto your website and suddenly if you have a pop-up onto your website, so it is going to take your attention and focus away, and then first of all you need to give your desired answer, either yes or either no. This is going to take your attention away. Input focus means that you need to reply to that answer. Another point, extra point I'm writing here, some browsers may not support this functionality. The C part says that explain how the result of the user interaction from confirm is reported back to JavaScript for use in the remaining code. Like if the user has interacted with that, how that result is going to be used. So you can write that your return value will be stored in a variable. You can also write that your return value will be Boolean like such as true or false, yes or no. You can also write that whatever you select or your result will be displayed to the user with appropriate message. This is for 3 marks. You can explain it more by writing it that, for example, if you select OK, that means true should be returned to the variable. If you select close or cancel, that means false. That means that false is going to be returned to the variable. So you can write also this, but this is enough for 3 marks. Then we have question number 4. Question number 5. Question number 5 is that frame relay is used in network. Explain why frame relay is used. Now, frame relay is one of the components into networking that supports your internet speed, that supports your connectivity throughout your internet transmission. You need to write here for 6 marks. The first point you can write here is that frame relays support the transportation of data at higher speed. Another point you can write that it is basically a connectionless service. So each packet passing through the network contains addresses. Like, first of all, it supports you in your transportation. It supports you into your data packets. The third mark point I can write here that it supports different or variable packet size, like the structure of that means different packet size can be supported by it. It can detect errors and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5th. I can also write that it is operated at physical and data link layer. Last point, you can also write that, for example, if there are faults, so faulty and damaged frames are automatically dropped, and there is no need for resending or retransmission. Now, the B part is that explain the drawbacks of using a frame relay. What are the drawbacks? This is for 3 marks. First point, I can say that frames or data may go missing as there is no acknowledgement of received packets. Like, even if the packets are received, there should be some sort of acknowledgement that, okay, I have received that. Another point I can write here that frames or data packets, frames or data, don't forget to write here packet, uh, frames or data packets may not be delivered in the same sequence. Third point can be frames or data packets are discarded if the network is congested or if there is a lot of burden and load on your network. So this is for 3 marks. Question number 6. Question number 6 is that there is a manufacturing company that uses outdated hardware and software which needs to be replaced with the new hardware and software. Discuss the benefits and drawback of using parallel running to change over from the hardware and software to the new hardware and new software. So this is regarding discussion. And when you have discussion, that means that you have to write your topic into depth, into a structured way. So you can also start with the basic definition of a parallel running methods of implementation. Like a manufacturing company uses outdated hardware and software, which needs to be replaced by with new hardware and software. Discuss the drawbacks and benefits of using parallel running to change over from the old hardware and software. So first point, you can say that parallel running is using newer software and hardware simultaneously with the older ones. That means they are parallel running. This is going to give you the first mark. Now, what you need to do, second part is that you need to write here the benefits. So the total marks for this question is 6 marks. So let's make it 3 points for benefits and 3 points for your drawbacks, and 1 point is going to be of your definition. So you must be catering a minimum of 4 marks, minimum 4. Baki is as much as you want to write, you can write, but to be on the safer side, if it's for 6 marks, I'm dividing it among 3. You must be giving a proper discussion. You must be able to give one each point for every point. Like the first benefit can be uh, it can compare results from existing hardware and software to ensure that newer hardware and software is error free. This is the first point. The second point, you can say that if any error occurs in the newer hardware and software, it can be corrected. The third point can be production will not be halted as you are using both systems simultaneously. Halted means it won't be stopped. What can be the drawbacks of that? First point is that costs of parallel running can be relatively high as you will be running two sets of hardware and software. The second part can be it might require more power and more staff to run two systems. The third point can be staff might be needed to work twice as workload is being divided among two systems. So there can be problems into that. They can be slow, they can increase your cost. And one more disadvantage that you also need to ensure that you are accurately inputting the data. So you should be having your expected outcome. So this is for your total 6 marks. Now the seventh question is that computer-based trainings can be used to deliver technology enhanced learning to students. Discuss the impact of the use of computer-based trainings on student motivation and achievement. So this is about discussion. That means that you need to write about your issues of the topics into a structured way. So you also need to write the positive impacts and the negative impacts as well, because this is about the impact. And right here, we need to focus on the computer-based training. So I'm going to give one title of positive impacts, and I'm going to give this is for 8 marks. So 4 points for this and 4 points for this. Maximum, you need to write 6 bullet points. So positive impacts can be of this computer-based trainings. First point can be training is more accessible to students as they can be used anytime. Means they have that in the recorded form anytime they wish, anytime they want it to be, it is going to be quite convenient for them to have them. Second point can be that it provides students with instant feedback on their responses or their answers. Third point can be they can track their progress more accurately. Fourth point can be their course information is easily available. Now, this is more than enough, but I'm writing an extra point here. Allow students to study at their own pace as far as negative impacts are concerned. So the first can be reduced human interaction with teacher may cause difficulty in teaching and learning. Another point can be reduced human interaction may lead to lack of confidence or reduced teamwork or it's the student's ability to study. Another point can be teacher may not be available anytime. Like for example, if a student needs help and if that teacher is not available. Another point can be slow and poor internet connection may cause difficulties. So this is it for this question. You have secured your 8 marks. The next question, which is question number 8. Question number 8 says that email uses a system based on the client server model. Explain how emails are sent and received using this model. This is for 4 marks. So first of all, you need to write that mail server provides email service to email clients. Email clients send request to server, then the server sends a response back to email client, then the email client transfers mail. Last, you can write that emails or your messages are transferred between client and server or emails. You can also write that another extra point that it is supported by protocols such as POP3, SMTP, all of them are email protocols, but you do not need to write for more than 4 bullet points. The last question is question number 9 and 10. But